quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away.
Yes.
What's up, guys? I guess it's been a while. A lot of stuff has happened, and I'm gonna ram up this person's butt in 5, 4, 3. If you have a Land Rover, you should not be doing. I'm going down. 40, 45, 50. Shouldn't do it. Especially on curves. The finest part on curves is you go really, really fast. Okay, now you can spin around. Before I start yelling at them.
Okay, dokie then. I got in a fight with her door at one.
It did win. She just got all mad and she was like, blood everywhere. Everywhere.
And of course she cracked up laughing at me, which was not funny. I had blood on my face. It was not funny.
It was funny.
It was not funny.
It was funny.
No, it wasn't. There's Lucy.
Lucy, say hi. Say hi, Lulu. Say hello. I am Lucy.
And Donnie's right there. You can kind of see. Yep. And there's Bear.
Bear Bear. Who's your Bear Bear?
I think Care Bear's behind me.
Yeah. Care's.
Yep.
Yeah, Care's.
There's Care Bear. She's in the bed. Okay, we have not posted in a while. I want to tell them why.
Yeah. I was living with my brother because we got into a situation and I couldn't afford to live in Huntsville anymore, which I don't care anybody know that. So I moved in with my brother because he offered, and about four months now.
Yeah.
About
Close.
4 months ago, he pulled me into his kitchen and said that if we were to live there, I was going to get another job and I was going to get up and do chores, and he wanted to know where we were at all times, and he felt like he was being used because I'd come home from work and go into the room, our room. It's a bunch of BS. Anyway, so the reason why we haven't posted in a while, and kudos to everybody who thinks living in a car is fine, it's not. We've been homeless for 4 months now.
Yeah.
Since he kicked us out. I've tried to get a loan. I got denied. For stupid reasons, obviously. Because I haven't had my job long enough. I got a second job. And apparently I don't have that long enough. I make about $1,400 a month. Can't rent a place because I have 6 dogs and nobody wants to rent to 6 dogs because everybody knows, I'm watching the road by the way, that 6 dogs will destroy a house apparently.
Ours won't destroy a house.
No. They get their butts beat. Just like any other kid. So we now live in my car because I have given up. There's no point of me trying to strive because I'm gonna cry again.
She's very emotional.
It gets to a point where you just give up.
Well,
and when you keep getting hurdles thrown at you and it's roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, the only thing you can do is just give up and stay exactly where you are. So we now live in my first job's parking lot. The boss is awesome. Wouldn't have it any other way. She allows us to come in when I'm not working and go to the bathroom. I don't have to pay rent, but a month ago my brother calls me and says, get the rest of your shit out of my garage or I'm throwing it on the side of the road. So I had to get another storage unit. So all my money is going to 2 storage units, insurance, this car, and because I do not have enough money, or do not have a house, let's put it that way. I do not have a house to of my babies are having to get groomed, so there goes more money. We're about to spend winter in the car. My car does not do very good. It doesn't stay charged, so we will have no heat. So we went and bought a bunch of blankets. Let's see. What else has gone wrong?
Oh, and we owe on this car about $11,000, which is one of the other reasons she couldn't get a loan. Is the car is too much.
Which, you know, if I got rid of the storage unit, it wouldn't be that bad. Paying $140 for a storage unit.
Actually, it's $160, and then the new one's like $45. But then you got to add insurance for both of them, and her car insurance added to that, plus the car payment. So basically, that's almost one paycheck going completely to bills.
Just because you're homeless doesn't mean you don't have bills. Really neat thing is though, and thank God, because I felt really bad. We have a what's it called, a rec center, I guess you would say, and you can take a shower for $2 per person, no questions asked. $2 a shower, and you can take as long as you want. I mean, how good is that?
And it's kind of like if you have Planet Fitness, supposedly they have showers, and if you get a membership there, you can take showers there. I don't know, but that's what I was told. But we have another way of taking showers, so we don't have to use the gym. She's gonna kill us.
It's not gonna kill us. It's just the car ahead of us. I am doing like.
And if you notice, I got really tan because when we first got stuck in the car, it was really hot. It was 100 and something degrees.
It was in June.
And it was in June?
It had to be in June because I spent my birthday in the car.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And we didn't have a sun blocker. Her boss got it for us. That was great.
I'm telling you, my boss is awesome.
That was great. I was getting sun poisoning because I was getting sick from it, and the heat wasn't helping. And I got really tan, and I was a lot tanner than this earlier. But after she got that, I quit trying to throw up my guts. TMI, but seriously, I was dying.
She was. She really was. She was being a real sport about it. She still is. There are some days she bites my head off, but you know, you can't expect a person to stay in a car. Oh, and don't get me started on cops. If you live in your car and you have not been arrested by cops, good for you. They kicked us out of our first parking spot, which is up on the mountain.
And then they kicked us out of the second one.
Apparently, and I don't understand it, but it's public parking, but it's closed after 11, and there's nothing around you but football, or no, it was a softball field, a soccer field, and because some dumb, stupid, and I don't care if you're richer than hell, is gonna put a pickleball up because he doesn't want to spend the gas to go all the way to Huntsville. Give me a freaking break. Why don't you build it in your gosh darn house? Why don't you?
Oh,
And on your freaking.
and the fun thing is, then there's going to be a problem because the dogs that go to the dog park bark. So I'm pretty sure he's going to have a problem with that, where the dog park's located.
Which we go to like every day.
Well, they have to go to the bathroom somewhere.
And we cannot put them on leashes, guys. You don't understand. When you have 6 dogs, if you don't have them hooked up right, they go everywhere, and then they trip up. And then Lucy back there,
Right there.
she does not want to be on a leash. She's a one-person leash person. You can't do that with 6 dogs.
Even then, she's not really.
And then a Houdini she is. She will literally flop out of her harness.
That's because if you look, she's skinny.
She's like a greyhound, dude. I'm not joking. She's like a greyhound.
She's all legs, and so she can slide out of the harnesses. We got her extra small. She slides out of it. Don't know how.
Extra small.
And yet she still manages to get out of it, and I don't know how she does it. It's annoying.
It is annoying. But I think the best part about this is, even though we live in the car, it's hail sometimes, at least they're with us 24 hours.
Well,
They're
not
not
like that.
kept in a crate.
Not only that, that little one right there, Cricket, is actually getting acquainted with his kids. I mean, really acquainted. They're actually playing with each other
They
now.
are. I mean, when we were living in a house and they were constantly going in and out of their crates and going outside, we could not have Cricket with them because they jumped all over him. Now, they still do it, but it's not as bad, and they want to play with them, and they want his attention, and it's not like it was.
And he does play with them occasionally, but sometimes he don't. But the fun thing is when we were trying to get them in the car, him and Donnie will race, and one of them will try to knock the other one off their feet.
We'll try to catch that on tape for you, but no promises.
Probably won't happen. Not anytime soon.
Too many people.
Yeah, but one will get ahead of the other one, and the other one will just zoom up and try to knock the other one off the feet, off their paws. It's hilarious.
So we all have our sleeping areas. Well, of course, you know, me and her get these 2 seats. As you can tell, I put a coat on the back because it helps at night when it gets cold. It actually is warmer.
She's gonna freeze before I will.
I will freeze to death. I'm pretty sure. I got some thick wool Sharpay socks last night, and I tell you, my feet didn't freeze. My legs froze, but my feet didn't freeze.
I'm still wearing flip-flops, and it's getting in the 40s at night.
She won't wear her socks. I bought socks. She won't wear them. Don't let her fool you. She won't wear the socks.
I have socks when it gets really, really cold and my feet get really cold. I'll wear them. But unlike her, I'm used to the cold. She's not. She is not used to the cold.
I'm not. Hard on the Floridian, but I don't want to go down to Florida because I love the colors and the cold. I don't love the cold of it, but I do like the fact that it does get cold.
She'll love it once we have a house and she is warm somewhat at some point of the day.
So, Cricky will actually sleep on me at night, unless I move around because my back is hurting somewhat. Donnie sleeps behind me in the floor. I don't think you can see it.
No, he sleeps over and down there.
Lucy sleeps
Right there.
in the back.
She sleeps on that seat.
Care Bear sleeps on the bed that she's sleeping on right now, the polka dotted
Right.
one.
The one back
Tyler, the
here.
Cooler.
Except it's on the cooler. And Bear and Miracle sleep all the way back there. They have a cover. They all have covers. They
Yeah.
all have covers. It's good. They all have covers. So they're warm. They are.
When it gets colder, I'll have to sleep back there with them. But
Yeah, she'll crawl back there and sleep with them. I ain't doing it. Second of all, I can't really do it. My back don't allow me to crawl around the car that good. So she'll be sleeping back there with them, and they'll have covers while she's in work that I can throw on top of them to keep them warm. But there ain't no way in heck I can get back there. We tried it once. It didn't work.
I crawl all over the car. I crawl over and get into that. We actually have a, what are those thingies called where you put them on top of your car for luggage?
We have a storage up top.
Right, and in those storages we have our clothes soap, our bathing stuff. I have his bathing stuff because I was giving them a bath at the park because the park has free water, so and now it's too cold, but
It's way too tall. But we did find somewhere that if we ever have time with her working 2 jobs, that we can go and wash them. But it'll probably just be simpler to pay somebody to wash them in town.
then we have one for our towels and our clothes. We have the storage bin for food, which we do have food. It's mostly soup.
And any snack food that won't go bad in the car with the temperature changing.
Yeah. By the way, if you get single packages of Spam, they go bad.
Well,
up there. Yes.
Mostly because the temperature is drastically changing. It goes from like 70 in the day, 70 something, down to like almost 40 something in the evening. So it goes from frozen to thawing, and so yeah, it doesn't handle well.
So we're good.
But the good thing is the one we have blocks UV.
And as of for cops, they can't touch us at my new little squatty spot, our new little parking home. My boss wrote a note saying that she did give me permission to sleep on the parking lot, and that no, they are not allowed to harass us, which is awesome. And I would tell you exactly where I work, but I don't want to get her in trouble with our big bosses.
And we haven't completely given up. We're going to try to pay off the car completely before we try anything else on getting a place to live. Because the car is taking up the majority of her ability to probably get a loan to start with.
Yeah, I have too many obligations.
Yeah, she has too many obligations. That, and she needs a paper trail.
Paper trail.
She has to have a paper trail.
Who came up with the fact that you had a fucking paper? Excuse my language. I'm sorry. It pisses me off a little bit. Who the hell came up with the fact that you had to have a paper trail with everything that you do? I put most of it into a different bank account because that way I don't use it. But I don't want people to know about it because that's more money that they can get their hands on. I don't want people to get their hands on money that I'm saving for, something that actually happened. Something good.
So on that note, now that one's for emergency health wise, so we can pay with that one. And then I've got one started to save up so that maybe we get up enough money, and as we're paying on the car payment and it gets lower, we'll be able to just pay it off. And then I'm putting some in the other savings account for like if something happens and we need to spend more money either on gas or something else.
Blankets. Which we have blankets. They're all in Huntsville. But I mean, I can't go to Huntsville. And the only reason why we're able to do this today is because I have to go to work at 1 p.m. and I'm not getting off until 12 a.m. because we're doing construction at my work, my first job. And then I do the same thing tomorrow. And then I open the store the next day at 7:30. And then I work 3 12-hour shifts the next 3 days. So this morning I actually got to sleep until 9, which usually we're up about 5 or 6 in the morning, and we're going to the bathroom, we're putting things up, we're getting the dogs going to the bathroom. Woo.
And then that was horses. Then we're up until we finally eat and then go to bed, which is usually about anywhere between 10 to 12 a.m. depending on the situation, what's going on that night, so that we can actually go to sleep, then to turn around and, like she said, get up at 6 or 5 a.m. So this is the latest we actually got to sleep in.
And all this on no caffeine. I don't drink caffeine. She doesn't.
Sorry if you can't hear us because of the dogs barking. She
They're
forgot.
there.
Okay.
No.
Recap. All of this on no caffeine.
No caffeine. Just a lot of sugar.
And she's apologizing for her cussing, and then she keeps cussing. Anyways.
Hell is not cuss word. Hell is like.
But basically, I don't drink caffeine. She stopped drinking it because she was drinking way too much. Although she keeps saying she's going to have to start drinking it. So far, she hasn't. So
I had a cup of decaf coffee like a week ago.
And
eat the whole entire time afterwards. Every second on the second.
And so she's eating a ton of sugar, which is not good. She's eating a complete ton of sugar.
I did, what was it? The other morning I had vanilla salted caramel creamer with a hell of a lot of sugar, and I just kind of mixed it up. Down the hatch it went.
So she's going to become a diabetic because now she's ingesting tons of sugar in order not to drink caffeine. And I don't drink caffeine because it triggers migraine, so. An ironic thing is she's ingesting more sugar, and I'm starting to ingest less sugar.
She has to.
That's hilarious. That's the hilarious part. Oh, and we found out I'm allergic to yeast.
Yeah, I have to bake bread without yeast now. Which isn't that bad. Doesn't look like, I mean, the one I did looked like biscuits, but my other job I have to cook, so I didn't have any yeast, so I had to find an alternative to yeast, and it turned out that way because on the grocery list I put rolls, and she didn't get rolls, so we had to have rolls because we're having roast beef. Yeah.
And because of that, she said, let's try you on this. Try this. Eat this. I did. I didn't have a problem. So the problems that I have with bread and donuts and stuff that rise is yeast. So that didn't give me any reaction to it. So we're pretty positive I'm allergic to yeast, which kind of sucks. Don't you agree? Okay, so that's pretty much what's going on, and that's why we haven't been posting. We'll try to,
little short clips of something or other, but we don't want, how do you say it?
This is a part of the life that you kind of just want to ixnay and completely forget it ever existed.
It's not that we're embarrassed about it or anything like that. It's why the heck would you want to see us struggle in a car? Because it's not fun. Some days we yell at each other. Some days I just don't want to wake up. Some days I just push the dogs away because I don't want. Yeah.
And some days we just don't talk. And it takes a mental, emotional, and physical toll on you. And I don't know why anybody would want to see that. I don't know why anybody would want to post that. But to each his own, it's not our thing. So when we're having a good day or when we're doing something that we might think is interesting, whether it be, shorts or an actual video or a short video, we'll post it after we record it. But otherwise, it'll be randomly until the situation gets resetified for us somehow, some way, hopefully.
That gas is really high.
339.
I'm
Yeah.
going all the way to Circle K.
I told you. But, so, because I tricked it. So, we'll try to post here and there when we have something to post. Something good that happens or something funny that happens with the dogs or something like that. Otherwise, it's going to be sporadic at best.
Yeah. It's not you. It's us. And this is the best way we can come up with something. This is why we did this video, is to make sure you, even if no one watches it or anything like that, that anybody that does watch it, hey, we didn't forget about the channel like we've done a couple times. We're going through a rough time. And I know other people have it 10 times worse. I do. There are people out there right now living on the streets that have given up. I at least have a car.
And we have food.
Yeah, we have food.
And we figured out how to take a shower, which we're still loving.
Oh yeah, because you spend 3 months without a shower and you take it and it feels weird and
It took 6 times to wash my hair.
it took 10 for mine. And then it felt like it didn't have hair. And I needed a haircut. I do need a haircut. It's getting long.
I need a haircut. We don't like really, really long hair. It causes migraines for both of us. And frankly, it's kind of hard to keep up with definitely living in a car now. So if we cut our hair at some point or manage to figure out how to do that, we might just record it for the fun of it. It'll be something so y'all can watch us act stupid and figure out how to cut it. But so basically, if you come across the channel and you want to wait and see what happens in our future, hit the subscribe. If you think the video's interesting or anything.
I don't think it's interesting. At best, it's probably like, what the freak are you doing putting this on here?
We're stupid.
We're not stupid. We're just bored.
Anyways, we just wanted to say we haven't forgot about the channel, basically. And that we do still plan on doing something with the channel. It's just, at the moment, it's kind of hard to do it.
Libby, I'm not going to hold you up. I'm not going to hold you up.
He likes sitting on her arm and laying on her arm. And there you go. That's how she drives. So, we'll try to post randomly something at some point, but we're exhausted. She's working 2 jobs. I deal with the dogs in the car 24/7, so I'm barely out of it.
Maybe tomorrow, after we take a shower, we can film Fifi's. It's like a thrift store / yard sale. It's the best place ever. I do love it.
But that all pertains on whether or not the person that watches the dogs, when I can get out and stretch my legs and go inside for a bit at our first job, we'll watch the dogs long enough. I don't know, considering they just went out of town today and it's probably not going to be in the mood for it tomorrow.
You better be in the mood. That's all I'm saying, because I need some time.
So basically, that's the gist. That's what's going on. That's why we haven't been posted.
I love you, sweetie. I do not need you to be on my arm right now. Unless you want to be arm candy. Here, be arm candy. Arm candy. Arm candy. Well, you're the one that kept sitting on it.
Okay. So yeah, that's the gist. That's why we haven't posted. That's what's going on. So hopefully everybody else is doing better.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in a bad situation, I'll tell you like I tell everybody else. Well, I tell myself every single day I get up. Well, every single day. Things get better every single day. You just gotta take time and go through the emotions and it'll get better.
Kind of like the song, Keep Your Head Up.
Keep your head up. Anyway, it gets better. It might not be for a very long time, but it does get better. Eventually. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Okay. So we'll post later on at some point. We'll try to figure out how to do this thing some way. So, peace out.
Guys, say goodbye. Ruby, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Turn around and say goodbye. Yeah, there you go.
And there's Lucy.
Lucy, say bye-bye.
There's Bear.
Bear, Bear, say bye-bye. Mirror, Mirror.
I don't think Miracle's getting up.
Are you alive?
Oh, there's Care Bear. She looked at the camera. Okay, Miracle's hidden back there somewhere, and he's the stubby one, so I don't think he's gonna get up to say bye.
No, I think he's dead.
I think he's asleep.
I think he's dead.
I think he's asleep. Anyways, he's asleep. By the way, if it's bouncing around, I'm sorry. She's driving down the road. This is about the only time we could record this, and that's because we're charging the car so that the battery doesn't die like it did randomly at one point, and we're like, oh my god, and we don't have money for this.
Like big when he goes Big Hero 6. I fell out the window.
Yeah. So basically, we did manage to get a battery, as you noticed, but we're trying not to kill this one, which means occasionally driving it to try to keep it charged up, because we do use the unit, we do use the heater to try to keep de-thawed or try to keep cool. So on that note, Adios.
Yeah.